Welcome to the Fearful Fright series, where we will be reading with our favorite green ghoul, Grimmer. Now sit back and enjoy this twisted tale. Today our story is called The Abandoned House. Evan Mercer loved planning things. Every mile of the drive had been mapped, every stop timed. Snacks packed, hotel reservations double-checked. The amusement park, Brightland Kingdom, was supposed to be a simple escape. One last carefree weekend before real life swallowed them whole. His wife Nora teased him for it as they drove. "You know," she said, glancing out the window, "roller coasters don't require spreadsheets." "Chaos is how people die," Evan replied, smiling. That was when the sky turned black. Not gray, not stormy. Black, like someone had spilled ink across the clouds. Rain slammed down so suddenly Evan had to slow to a crawl. The wipers couldn't keep up. Water hammered the windshield like thrown gravel. Then the radio died. Static. A shrill whine. Silence. No signal, Nora muttered, checking her phone. Nothing. The road disappeared under sheets of water. Trees leaned inward, branches scraping the car like fingers. And then the engine coughed. Once. Twice. Dead. They rolled to a stop in the middle of nowhere. The rain didn't let up. It came down in endless, pounding waves, soaking Evan's jacket the moment he stepped outside. The air smelled like wet soil and rot. No lights. No road signs. Just a narrow gravel road vanishing into darkness. "We can't stay here," Nora said. "The car won't start, and I don't like this." They walked. After nearly a mile, through mud and rain and absolute silence, they saw it. A house. It sat alone in a wide clearing, squat and hunched, like it had sunk into the earth and given up trying to escape. One story. Crooked porch. Windows dark and empty. An old wooden sign hung from a post near the drive, letters worn away by time. Only one word was still legible. Harrow. Farmhouse, Evan said, relief battling unease. "Maybe there's a phone." They knocked. No answer. The door creaked open at the lightest touch. Inside, the air was warm. Not stale. Not cold. Warm, like the house was breathing. Their footsteps echoed too loudly. The furniture was old but carefully arranged. A table set for dinner, 2 plates, silverware neatly placed, glasses clouded with dust. "Someone lived here," Nora whispered. Evan noticed the walls first. They were uneven. Not warped. Not damaged. They bulged slightly, as if something underneath pressed outward. The floor groaned beneath their weight, not with age but with strain. Thunder boomed overhead, rattling the house. Then a voice spoke behind them. "You're soaked." They spun around. An old man stood near the doorway to the back hall. Tall, broad-shouldered, face leathery and deeply lined. Beside him stood a woman with gray hair pulled tight and eyes far too bright. "Name's Walter Harrow," the man said. "This is my wife, Edith." Nora swallowed. We didn't think anyone lived here." Edith smiled. "We never leave." They were offered towels, dry clothes, tea that tasted faintly of metal. Evan noticed that when Walter moved, the floor creaked before his foot came down. Edith's reflection didn't appear correctly in the glass cabinet, lagging, stretching. "You can stay the night," Walter said. "Rain like this doesn't stop for anyone." The storm outside intensified, pounding the roof so hard dust drifted down from the ceiling. Then the house shifted. Not violently. Subtly. A low groan rippled through the walls. Nora gripped Evan's arm. "Did you feel that?" Walter smiled wider. "House settles." But the sound came again, deeper this time. Like a sigh. They were shown a bedroom. The walls pulsed faintly, like slow breathing. The bed frame felt warm to the touch. Nora whispered, "Evan, I think we need to leave." That was when the door slammed shut. The walls pressed inward. Shapes appeared beneath the wallpaper, faces. Hands. Open mouths frozen in silent screams. The floor buckled, boards bending upward like ribs. Walter's voice boomed from everywhere at once. "Your guests now." Edith laughed, a thin, cracking sound. "And the house is always hungry." The truth slammed into Evan all at once. The house wasn't haunted. It was the Harrows. Their bones were the beams. Their skin the walls. Their hatred soaked into every nail. They had died here, starved, alone, and refused to leave. The house was their body. The room convulsed. The walls tried to close around them, flesh stretching, cracking. The ceiling lowered. The floor tilted, trying to spill them into the walls themselves. Evan smashed the window with a chair. Wood screamed like a living thing. Nora was grabbed, hands forming from the wall, gripping her ankle. She kicked, screamed, tore free as the house howled in rage. They ran. The hallway stretched impossibly long. Doors appeared where none had been before. The Harrows, faces surfaced from the walls, mouths opening wide. "You belong to us," Edith shrieked. Evan grabbed a lantern from a shelf and smashed it against the floor. Fire bloomed. The house screamed. Not metaphorically. Screamed. They burst out the front door as flames tore through the structure behind them. The rain finally began to weaken, steam rising as fire met water. Behind them, the house collapsed inward, wood, flesh, bone all folding into itself. Silence followed. Morning came. The storm was gone. The car started without trouble. They drove home without speaking. They survived. They told no one. 3 nights later, back in their own house, Nora woke to the sound of creaking. The floor groaned, not with age. With strain. Evan felt warmth beneath his feet. The walls bulged, just slightly. From inside the walls, a familiar voice whispered, "We never leave." And somewhere deep within the house, something hungry breathed in.